Let's bring in Michael Schwartz from our Buffalo affiliate WKBW for more on this. Michael, thanks for being on. You know, the death toll in Buffalo is rising, and with more snow on the way, how's the city handling search and rescue efforts?
Well, good morning to you, Diane, and that's their priority right now is search and rescue efforts. The snow has actually stopped for the first time in days. This is day 5 of the blizzard, but for the first time in almost a week, we are not seeing any snowfall, and we are seeing visibility just about where it was on any given day if there wasn't snow on the ground. The reason why there's a travel ban still in Buffalo is not because of the roads that look like this. It's because of the roads that are still packed with snow. We were going through neighborhoods yesterday. The snow still up to my hip. No one can even leave their homes, and that's what first responders don't want. As they are first finding those paths, navigating through a city that doesn't look the same with all the snow in it, they need to make sure that they are able to deliver medications to people who are in dire need, delivering personnel staff, hospital staff to people to the emergency rooms for life-saving surgery. The priority right now is for first responders to be able to do their work because this storm, unfortunately, has truly been proven to be life or death.
Now, Michael, Buffalo is a city very used to snow. They know how to handle it. So why was this storm so deadly? Did it just catch people by surprise? What happened?
Yeah, and that's a question I still ask myself, Diane, and so many of us here, and everyone really is what happened. This is not the first time that it snowed like this, but what did happen is the consistency. If I was standing here and were to look down at those buildings there, those tan yellowish buildings, there would be no chance that I was able to see that on Saturday. It was the wind that blew snowdrifts, burying a substation that was buried in 18 feet of snow, according to Erie County officials. Yes, 18 feet of snow. The snow was so high, the whiteout conditions made it impossible for people to see, made it impossible for first responders to get to emergencies. For a time during this blizzard, there were no emergency services available. If that's not one of the scariest things ever for a growing big city, that says a lot about this storm. And the snow came down, the winds were high, and it was the power. I was seeing through my own home, the window, that the storm just continued. It truly looked like a fog machine that someone just left on for more than 48 hours. It wiped out this entire city. No one could drive. And the thing about it, the people that they're finding, the bodies in their cars, those are people that tried to drive. They were going to ride it out and may have even suffered carbon monoxide poisoning or truly froze to death, not being able to get out. This was not a pass of snow that went through an area in about 10 hours. This was a days-long event that truly froze everyone in its path, not even allowing first responders to get to it. That was the big thing, that first responders couldn't answer the call for help. A true feeling of helplessness for so many people here. But I tell you, right now is the catch-up day, a catch-up day that first responders are continuing to go throughout the city now that these roads are starting to get clear from the plows that have been working around the clock to try to get to those people who are in need.
And, Michael, we heard in Mona's piece some of those people who couldn't get the help that they needed, right? Parents manually breathing into their child, their baby's respirator, because they couldn't get that respirator turned on. How is the city now responding to that, to the fact that rescuers couldn't even get through this storm? And what are some of the stories you're hearing about neighbors helping neighbors, because that was the only option?
Well, the Buffalo is actually called the City of Good Neighbors. And for the first time, city officials, Erie County officials had to say, please, check on your neighbors, but don't go out of your way to try to help people because it is life-threatening. You see all the snow that is out here. Imagine this, but the entire street, you couldn't see pavement at all. The stories that I've been hearing, I actually spoke to that mother who was breathing breaths into her 1-year-old son, Major, just to keep him alive. They didn't sleep for 48 hours. Their hands were tired. They were afraid if they slept that their son may not be alive. We've heard from people that are just delivering food to people wherever they can, checking in on elders. I just spoke to a woman down actually near the Tops on Jefferson Avenue, the tragic site of the May 14th deadly shooting here in Buffalo, the mass shooting. A woman came up to me crying. Her husband suffered a heart attack on Christmas Eve on Saturday. She called 911. No one could get to him. The neighbor, a nurse, came over, tried to save him. They couldn't do that either. He unfortunately passed away. She spent 2 days in her own home with her husband's body. They were just able to take away the body yesterday. This storm has been tragic in so many ways. And now, along with these plows that are out here, and they are happy to be out there, they're providing us some joy and some relief. You also have people on the streets trying to give their neighbors whatever they can get.
Yeah, it will certainly take a lot of physical and I'm sure emotional recovery as well. Michael Schwartz from our Buffalo affiliate, WKBW. Michael, thank you. Stay warm.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.